Hi, I'm Teryn and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, I make a lot of skincare focused beauty content as well as fashion and life content. If that interests you, please be sure to check out my other videos, like this video, and subscribe. I'm going to start off with comment of the week. I got a lot of comments over the weekend, and this comment is on my curl cut experience video. And this comment is from Fifi's daughter. The comment says, "Thank you for this video. Your hair is so beautiful. The shine just accentuates the curls so much. You are the first I've seen that follows the cut it kinky method that has the closest texture to mine. In fact, if I'm correct, my hair will look very similar to yours when it grows, except that I have less density. My hair looks very shiny like yours, which I believe is because of the smooth reflective surface texture, but shrinks almost to my scalp even though I spend a lot of time raking and smoothing. Any tips would be greatly appreciated. I'm still researching for a cut it kinky stylist in the New York City area to get a cut/shape. Sorry for this lengthy comment, but I was so excited when I saw your texture." Thank you so much for leaving this comment and for all the compliments. It was really great corresponding back and forth with you. It seems like my curl cut video is getting a lot more views now, so I will be doing a wash and go routine for this channel. I don't really go too much into natural hair videos, but I will do my wash and go routine on this channel just so you guys can see that, because maybe it'll be helpful for you. Diving into this video, I'm doing another sunscreen review. Just because it's winter, just because it's cold, just because the sun isn't out as much does not mean that you should neglect wearing sunscreen. I'm reviewing a sunscreen from Paula's Choice Skincare, and it is on their Resist line. This is the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid, and it is broad spectrum SPF 50. And I'm just going to read some more information off the Paula's Choice website. So this sunscreen is a synthetic water-like formula that contains a vital selection of antioxidants and broad spectrum sun protection to fight visible signs of aging and prevent premature aging of skin. It promotes a healthier, younger looking appearance, fights against environmental stressors. Fluid formula leaves a matte finish, used as the last step in your AM skincare routine. And I did get a question before about when you apply moisturizer. Sunscreen is the last step of your morning skincare routine, and if you wear makeup, you apply that after your sunscreen. So why is this sunscreen different? Resist Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid SPF 50 perfectly couples a water-like texture with proven broad spectrum sun protection, but this advanced formula goes further by including key antioxidants that research has shown skin needs to feel firmer and look younger and more even toned. What does it do? Provides effective UVA and UVB protection plus hydration for a healthier, younger looking complexion. Its satin matte finish leaves skin feeling smooth and hydrated, never slick or greasy. It is a daytime anti-aging moisturizer. Those with oily skin will want to apply every day. The SPF 50 is a significant benefit as it decreases the risk of skin cancer and early skin aging caused by the sun if used as directed with other sun protection measures. How to use. Use as the last step in your AM skincare routine. Apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure. If you don't apply liberally, you will need to reapply every 2 hours after your skin is exposed to direct sunlight. If you plan to swim or perspire, you must apply a water-resistant sunscreen. This on the back, it says moisturize AM. It is for normal, oily, and combination skin. I'm really excited to try this. This is 60 millimeters and it's 2 fluid ounces. And the price of the 2 fluid ounces is on sale right now for 20% off. The sunscreen normally retails for $35. The travel size retails for $11. But if you sign up for Paula's Choice, you get 50% off your first order. And I'm familiar with Paula's Choice. I've used their products before and I really do like them. So this is the sunscreen. I'm going to do a demo of how I apply the sunscreen and a first impressions. Okay, so this is nice. I like this applicator. Okay. Okay, so it does have that watery, fluid light texture to it, which is really cool. And I wonder if, because it has this applicator, like, are you supposed to do it on your face? But I don't really like to touch my face with my products. So my first impression is, of course, that it's been mentioned all throughout the description of this product, is that it's very fluid and liquid-like. A lot of other sunscreens have a thicker consistency, and so you don't really have to worry about it slipping through your fingers, which it didn't slip through my fingers, which is great. But they do have this type of applicator that's kind of like a squeeze dropper, so maybe if you want to, you can kind of like drop it on your face. Personally, I wouldn't actually touch it to my skin because you don't want to get any cross contamination. It did melt into the skin, but at first I was a little bit nervous because it was like looking like it might not, but it did smooth into my skin and it agrees with my complexion. So I believe this sunscreen is suitable for all different skin tones. It's smooth to the touch. It does have a soft matte finish. I really do like that. I'm going to be wearing this all day. I'm not going to wear any makeup with it, but I will come back later on in the day to show you how it's holding up, and I will probably be reapplying the sunscreen throughout the day. I want to say this is fragrance free. It doesn't have like a fragrance to it. You know how some brands add on fragrances to conceal the kind of like medicinal smell that a lot of products have. It does smell like a product that is effective, that has ingredients to protect your skin. That's what I will say. It's not horrible. It doesn't linger. It's not irritating. To me, it's very subtle. It does come in a smaller container and it is pretty expensive compared to other sunscreens that I reviewed. So this is definitely a higher end sunscreen, but I do love that this is SPF 50 and it also comes with the antioxidants and soothing plant extracts. Some of the plant extracts mentioned in the inactive ingredient list are green tea, black elderberry, oat, goji, and dill. And it has 4 active ingredients: avobenzone, octinoxate, octizolate, octocrylene. I'll let you know later on if the smell does tend to bother me. It doesn't really bother me right now, but I'm gonna wash my hands because that's where the smell is lingering on. But I will let you guys know how I feel towards the end of the day before the sunlight ends. It's been about 6.5 hours since I applied this sunscreen and I feel like it held up really, really nicely. I'm gonna get some makeup blots to start testing out the oil of the sunscreen. I think that would be helpful when doing these reviews. You can see that my skin has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not super oily. It did become oily as I went throughout the day, but it's not as oily as my skin can really get. The sunscreen made the claim that it minimizes the appearance of pores, and I would say it kind of did. I can't really judge that completely because I need to get a facial. My pores are actually a bit congested. I would say that initially when I applied it and reapplied it, I would say like the appearance of my pores did look a little bit less noticeable, but that's not something that I'm super concerned about. The matte finish did hold up. I still feel like this is kind of giving off a matte appearance and feels still, but like I mentioned, my skin did get oily as I went throughout the day, but it's not super oily. I've reviewed some sunscreens on this channel where my skin was like very greasy. I am gonna try this out underneath makeup to see how it holds up, and I might do a video on that as well for you guys to see the application and the wear throughout the day of that. The sunscreen is really great for people with oily skin. I enjoyed wearing this sunscreen. I feel like it did really great on my skin. Would I rebuy this again? I would rebuy this again if I wasn't on a budget, because like I mentioned, it is $35 for 2 fluid ounces. I'm pretty sure I bought the sunscreen on sale. Maybe if my life starts to elevate a bit, word to How That Baddie on TikTok.
Are we elevating yet, my love? Are we elevating yet, my love?
But yeah, if my life becomes a little bit more elevated, I for sure would like rebuy the sunscreen. I love it. I love the packaging. I love the applicator. I think this is, you know, really nice, because especially like if you do apply it to your fingers or if you want to drop it on your skin, I feel like this is super nice and it prevents that kind of sputter. I'm not exactly sure that's how you would describe that, but that sputter when you go to put some sunscreen in your hand and it kind of like splatters a bit. I don't think I've had a sunscreen on here that I've just hated that I've reviewed. I think it goes on really nicely. It did take, you know, a few seconds for it to work into the skin and melt in the skin and not have that white appearance, but it doesn't leave a white cast at all. If I were to rate the sunscreen, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10. I feel like it gets an A. I want to say that I did smell it for about 15 minutes after, but then it went away very quickly. I reviewed and demoed a lot of sunscreens on this channel, and I compiled all those videos into a single playlist. So be sure to check that out if you are on the lookout for a new sunscreen. If you tried out the sunscreen, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment for more videos. And I wanted to give a special thank you to the 426 people that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos. Okay, so I guess a cloud covered. Now I look like a gross sister. I look very blue.